So this is my bedroom a few weeks ago. As you can see, we haven't really done much. I do have one of my favorite pieces of art hanging above the bed, but as you can see, we don't have nightstands or bedding or drapes. As you can see, our mattress is sitting on box springs. After lots of begging and pleading, I finally got the nightstands I wanted, which were kind of pricey. So I decided to try to balance out the budget for the bedroom by designing my own DIY nail head bed frame. The first thing you want to do is measure the width, the length, and the height of your bed. I went ahead and I added 1 inch because when you sit down on the mattress, it's going to expand. And the way I'm designing this, you don't want the bed frame to buckle apart. Turned out to be a beautiful day for my DIY project, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. As you can see, I have 2 boards cut to the length and 2 boards cut to the width of the bed. All 4 boards are the same height. When working with plywood, there's going to be one side that's perfect and then one side that has knots, so whichever side you use is up to you. I'm using wood conditioner and then I'm using wood stain. This goes on really easy and really fast, so you'll want to do 1 coat of wood conditioner and then go ahead and stain your wood. I ended up having to do about 5 coats of the wood stain because I wanted it to match the frame of the piece of art in my bedroom, just to have continuity of all the woods in the room. You're going to need 4 stabilizer pieces of wood. You can just go ahead and stain these. You don't have to use the conditioner. These will not be seen. They will just be being used to hold the plywood together. So now that I have the wood stained, we're going to go ahead and start with the decorative part of the design. Working with nail head trim, all you'll need is nail head trim, needle nose pliers, and a hammer. It comes wound up in a circular shape like this. So I found the easiest way to work with it is to press it into place and then keep the tail pointed up, and that's the easiest way to get the trim to lay flat. Once you have that where you want it, I'm holding the nail with the needle nose pliers, putting it into place, and then hammering it into place. You get better momentum with the hammer, holding it 1 inch from the base. And then all you want to do is continue all the way down until you have the entire board accessorized with nail head trim. Now we're moving on to the edge banding tape. We're going to use this to finish the edges of the plywood. This is the same stuff that is used to make all the IKEA furniture. So it has an adhesive that is easily applied with the iron. So as you can see, this is the unfinished edge and it's jagged and you don't want to cut yourself on that, and it doesn't look that good. So using edge banding tape is the best way to finish the look. All you want to do is hold it in the place, lining up the edge. With your iron on cotton setting, you just slowly move down the board. If you find that the glue is coming out of the edges of the tape, then place a piece of paper over it, and then you can slide the iron down the trim. And this will keep the glue from getting on top of the trim. All right, now it's time to put it all together. I wanted to show you guys a style option, so I left one side of the board stained with only 1 coat. So let's pretend like you wanted to do a lighter wood. This is another style tip that I like. I like to work with door hinges. As you can see, it would look really cool if this was put together and then there was a door hinge attached to each corner. Moving on to our design, as you can see, I am putting the front panel in front of the side panels. Using this stabilizer piece of wood, I'm going to use 2 nails to hold the pieces into place. Plywood is very thin, so if we were to nail them together without this, it's very possible that the wood could split, and then we would be DIY done. Waste of money, waste of time. So I'm just going to put 2 nails in, one in the bottom, one in the top. Now when I prop that up, you can see how that looks. Now I'm going to slide this into place. As you can see, that edge is not stained because the front panel is going to go right on top of that. So now moving this into place, we will do the same thing. We'll put 2 nails in and make sure it goes into the stabilizer wood, and that will hold everything in place. If your nails don't match, you can go ahead and stain over them. And now this is the finished look. As you can see, everything's starting to look really good. The bed frame matches the art piece perfectly. So now I'm just going to start accessorizing my new nightstands that I am obsessed with. Just doing a few books with a clock on top of it, an orchid, and then when I move over to the other side, a little less, just a picture frame and a candle. Now, to make sure the room doesn't get too glam, since I am sharing it with my boyfriend, we opted for neutral tan bedding. And I'm just going to accessorize it with some cowhide and faux chinchilla pillows. Here's a close-up of the nightstand decor. And then I added a cowhide rug to complete the look. I'm keeping the room pretty minimal, but this room is in need of some drapes, so the next step will be my DIY drape episode.